Hello guys and welcome back to Carabao Cup predictions. Sophie, it's the quarterfinals. Set us a like target.
For the quarterfinals, let's go 2,000 likes.
Yep, let's do it guys. Thank you so much for your support through the season. We're nearly at the end of 2024. Hit that like button if you enjoy what we do and make sure to subscribe as well. Get involved and support the channel. Not many channels do Carabao Cup predictions. A lot of them probably don't see the point, but we do, so we're doing it. Before we get into the predictions, Sophie, I will point out that there are only 8 teams left and they're all Premier League teams. It's a real big opportunity for some of them to get their hands on silverware that they wouldn't usually.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be many upsets, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Let's get into the predictions, Sophie. We start with a London derby, and it's Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Now, Arsenal, obviously, over the last few years have been getting better in the Premier League. They look more of a threat to the Champions League as well. But can they actually go out and win a trophy? I know this isn't the one everyone wants to win, but
still a trophy.
It's a trophy, isn't it? I think you've got to make them favourites, but it does feel like this one might not be as straightforward as you would have thought a few weeks ago. Yeah. Palace are not losing many games in the Premier League. They're finding a way to keep games close, even against the top teams. And I wonder if Palace could snatch... Well, they're going to have to snatch the win. It obviously can't be a draw.
But can then pens, no?
It can.
Is it straight to pens?
It goes straight to pens after 90 minutes. Okay. But I think... Here's how I think it's going to play out. Arsenal go a goal up. Palace pull one back. Arsenal get a late one. So I'm going to say 2-1 to the Gunners, and Arsenal get closer to picking up some silverware this season.
Okay, I'm going to say Palace go 1-0 up, Arsenal equalise, ends 1-1, Arsenal do it on pens.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think Arsenal will just edge this one. I know they're going to be the favourites, but I think it's going to go all the way, but I do fancy Arsenal to do it, so...
There you go.
Arsenal pens.
Yeah, looking at the teams that are left, I think some of us will have to consider Arsenal as the favourites or second favourites maybe to win this competition. Do share your thoughts down below. Imagine if Palace win this one. We could have a sort of final four of sort of 4 underdogs, I guess, depending on how things play out.
I like that actually.
On to the next one, Sophie. Let's go to St James's Park. Newcastle take on Brentford. Newcastle obviously going to be the strong favourites. We've said with Brentford in the Premier League that we like them when they are at home. And obviously they did beat Newcastle 4-2 only a week ago in the Premier League. So honestly, if this was at Brentford, I think I would go with Brentford. Yeah. But it's at Newcastle. So I think I might go for Newcastle.
They'll want revenge as well.
I don't know if that sounds fickle, but I think you've got to look at the home advantages sometimes. You look at it as well, Sophie. Newcastle, obviously, since the new owners came in, I mean, they're a big club anyway, but the goal's got to be to win some silverware.
Yeah. They
did get to the final of this competition only a couple of years ago, and they lost to Manchester United. Ooh, yeah, let's go for Newcastle. Although, imagine if Brentford win. I mean, how many opportunities are Brentford going to get to win a competition? I think they got to the semi-finals of this cup, was it in 2020? I think they were a championship team then. Let's go for another 2-1. I'm going to back the Geordies to win 2-1.
Okay, I'm going to go 2-2 Newcastle on pens.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just feeling the pens in this one. I feel like both teams really won't want to lose, and it's almost going to make it that cagey that there's not going to be a winner in full time. So, yeah, Newcastle just edge it with the home advantage on penalties. 2-2.
2-2 to the Geordies, and they win on penalties. Yeah. Wow, okay, share your thoughts on that one. It does feel like Newcastle United have got to get their hands on some silverware soon. Do you think there's pressure on Eddie Howe to do that?
Yeah, and I've actually seen a few of the Newcastle fans now saying it's time for him to go. After that Brentford game, there was a lot of fans saying, right, he's taken us as far as he could. And I kind of get what they're saying, because they're not performing consistently as well as they should be, and the money spent and everything. But also I do feel like he's a very good manager, and who else would you get in? So I can see the frustrations, but also he is proven to do well there, just not getting the silverware that they should be, let's say.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you're referring to the Brentford-Newcastle Premier League game.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see if Newcastle can get some revenge. On to the next one, Sophie. We go down to the South Coast. St Mary's, Southampton, the lowest ranked team left. They take on Liverpool, the highest ranked team left, if you were to look at it through the Premier League table. Liverpool, strong favourites, but let's look at some previous encounters between these two. Earlier in the Premier League season, Southampton went 2-1 up at home to Liverpool, for Liverpool to just about snatch it towards the end 3-2. And that was due to Southampton making their own mistakes. Also, I'm trying to work out if this was 2017. I think Southampton beat Liverpool in the semi-finals of this competition. I think that would have been over 2 legs, and I think they got to the final and played Man United, but they lost. Liverpool, obviously a better team now, and a possible quadruple could be on this season.
Could you imagine?
Let's see Let's see if they can keep that going. For Southampton, interesting because, I don't know, it's too early to say they're relegated, but if they were to get themselves cut adrift, then a cup run might be the only thing going for them this season. That said, it's Liverpool. Let's go for some goals. Southampton 1, Liverpool 3.
Yeah, I think a lot of people won't be surprised that I'm not going down to penalties on this one. I am going to pick a winner in the 90, and it's got to be Liverpool, surely. I do wonder if Southampton will be keeping one eye on the Premier League as well, because surely staying up in survival is more important than this cup run. Who knows? I do think Liverpool will do this. Even if they do rotate, I think they'll do it. So 2-0 for me. 2-0,
there you go. We're both back in Liverpool with a sort of 2 clear goal advantage. Yeah, get your thoughts down below. Can anyone see an upset in this one? I suppose it would be an upset if Southampton beat Liverpool.
Yeah, and you can't rule that out, can you? So
no, the magic of the cup.
Exactly.
The final game then, Sophie, is a big one. It's Tottenham versus Manchester United. 2 of the so-called Big 6, but they're certainly having their own problems here, there and everywhere this season. So big opportunity, as ever, to go on a cup run, and we're quite close to the final stages now. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Tottenham, was it at the start of this season, Ange said, I always win something in the second season?
In the second season, he did say that, yeah.
So I worry if they lose this, that's a big opportunity, to win something gone. I kind of believe him though. I think there's a real chance Tottenham could win something, and I know some people will laugh and say, "Oh no, it's Spurs; they don't win anything." But they've got a good team. Let's be honest. If they could just be a little bit more,
a lot more consistent.
Yeah, more consistent and more mature, really, and not rash, they might be able to win a trophy. Difficult this, Sophie. Manchester United last season won the FA Cup. The season before they won the Carabao Cup, didn't they? Obviously now they've got a different manager with Amorim. I wonder if Tottenham play really well, create loads of chances, and Man United just take 2 chances and snatch it. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
So I think I'm going to go for Man United.
Okay.
Tottenham 1, Man United 2.
Go on then, I'll switch it up. I'll go 2-1 the other way. It seems that every few games Spurs will turn up, and I think this will be the one that they turn up in. As I'd mentioned in the Premier League predictions, they have got a few more injuries totting up, so it's not ideal. I genuinely see this one going either way. It just really depends which players want to turn up. Yeah, why not? I think Ange will take them to the semi-finals. 2-1 Spurs.
I love that. Fair play. There you go. At least we're going different for that one. Do share your thoughts down below. The final question I'm going to ask you, Sophie, after doing these predictions is, who is your favourite to win it? Because
it's got to be Liverpool.
I was going to say, Liverpool and Arsenal are the 2 strongest teams left if you look at the Premier League table.
Arsenal and then Southampton.
But I mean, Liverpool, if they were to fight on all 4 fronts this season, does that make them weaker? If you're trying to do the quadruple?
Possibly. Depends on injuries as well.
I was going to say, it'd take its toll, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and you look at them and they haven't got the best squad depth out there. Yeah, as long as they can keep their key players fit, I think maybe saying the quadruple is putting a lot of pressure on them, but who knows?
Yeah, well, let us know your thoughts. I do also think it's interesting that Tottenham and Newcastle are still left, because they're 2 teams that are overdue to win a trophy. You've got Brentford that have made it, Palace that have made it, 2 teams really struggling in Southampton and Manchester United that have made it. Give us your thoughts, guys. That wraps it up. Thank you for watching. Make sure you've dropped a like and subscribed. Join me live on the channel on Wednesday night or Thursday night when we do the Carabao Cup draw. That'll be a special one for the semi-final. Otherwise, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
We will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.